live streaming will be resumed in a few minutes. Thank you.
What's going on, everybody? This is David Mitchell here. Voice of Autism, episode 157. And we got my lovely fiance, Bill, here in South Carolina. Here.
Hello. Hi.
Okay. So what do you want to say, baby?
Well, I'm just proud to be here. Yeah. Hi guys. But there are some house rules that we would have to implement since the past episodes that you're watching. So since today is the World Mental Health Day, we don't tolerate bad comments and we don't tolerate hate comments here ever. So please, if you don't have something nice to say, then keep it to yourself or you'll be in trouble. So the chat is open, so feel free to greet yourselves. Good evening if you're here in South Carolina or anywhere else in the United States. And here in the Philippines, I assume it's in the morning or in the afternoon, maybe in the morning. I know there's one of my friends in the autism community wants to be with us today, tonight or today. So house rule number 1 is we're promoting a safe place because, like I say, Mental Health Awareness Day is today. Please do not ever do your hate comments or your stupid comments, trash comments. You may feel free to leave the video, the live stream, if you don't have nice to say. But if you guys love this video, please comment at the chat box how you guys feeling, and we'll give you guys some love, and you'll be proud of what is in store for us. So number 2, the house rules was of course from our spiritual side here, appreciate everyone. Do not hesitate to say greetings for not only for us but to those around. So number 3, simply if you don't want to do chat a lot, so you can listen, feel free to listen, and you are all welcome here, either if you have disability or not. If you're a parent, if you're a teacher, and if you're anyone, please feel free to join us here. So we are entering a conference room, or in some case you are entering a living room, and we do a coffee table talk. And that's what I do in my usual video blogs for Autism and Me. And sometimes philosophy, it's an outdoor thing, but we cannot do outdoors most of the time because of the pandemic era.
The coop.
Yeah, that's a coop. No, you surprised me.
I know.
I mean, is this your first time to be giving house rules?
Yes, it is.
So it was my first time to be in Ravenel. Well, this is my second time overall in South Carolina. That's really my first time to be flying solo, and it's fun. It's full of roller coaster and full of, kind of some of a challenging thing happening, guys.
We always face our challenges head on. Isn't that right, baby?
Yeah. If you want to, I know it's too much to advertise, but I have a YouTube channel just like him, like my lovely fiance. I have a YouTube channel, and it's Velvaria official channel. I will type it up for y'all guys.
It in the description down below.
Yes, that's correct. Oops, I forgot that. And of course, we have a special things that we would like to discuss. And I know you guys here in America and in other countries also want to watch this video. Please, it's okay. You're fine. I'm gonna share more of the South Carolina experience in the latter part of the video. But I would like to to thank my lovely fiance for giving me the chance.
You're welcome, my lovely baby.
I'm surprised. I mean, I was overwhelmed, and good thing some house rules and shout outs got into my mind. So, how about you?
Well, I find it amazing, and you had the pretty good house rules right there.
I can't maintain eye contact. I'm sorry, guys. And look, a ring light in front. Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, um, since you're the boss of the live stream, so I'm giving you the floor.
Well, it's like we both are.
That's my
So,
first time.
hmm Well, one thing is from our experience from when we were kids, like for autistic people like us, that our childhoods are a little bit hard. Isn't
Mhm.
that right?
Yeah.
We go through a lot of stuff like up and downs, and we deal with criticism, ableistic with exactly racism, or people who are PWD, people with disabilities, and people who are racist Georgia are ableistic, and we deal with that a lot outside, even sometimes at home, anywhere, but we face it head on.
You said a lot of times keep moving. You know, there are a lot of traumatic things happening to both of us. To the point we almost want to take our own lives,
Mm-hmm.
but here we are. We keep moving forward, and still bullying still exists, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't be ignored because we don't want to get their attention, because that's not a good thing either.
That's true.
Because you will give the right to someone who bullied you. If you recognize them, they will bully you even more. So please avoid that.
And there's sometimes that people who are meant to help us sometimes bully us too.
Mm-hmm.
Like back when I was in high school, not high school, back in elementary school, some of the teachers used to bully me,
Mm-hmm.
and they sometimes made some kids do it just for fun.
Um, in my experience in my experience in the being bullied in grade school, actually my kindergarten, there's this book work that we were doing every time that we have book work. We're in groups. We're not solo, not no solos in the table. So we have four tables, and we used to have class in the mini auditorium. So um, I was in this group. This I was used to be a nonverbal with autism. I'm a nonverbal autistic before. I never spoke a lot of words like what I'm doing right now. Of course, this classmates of mine would take advantage of me because they thought I could not fight back. So um, there's this book, and they destroyed it and they vandalized it, and that I didn't feel until I realized this way back in recent years. Um, had made me realize that I was bullied way back in kindergarten, and then when it's fast forward, I mean, fast forward to grade three. Actually, when I was kindergarten, was bullied. Grade one, I was a rebellious person, and I even hurt someone, to be honest, and because it affected me, you know. You can hurt a person too because of the effect of bullying. You can pass it to somebody, you can pass it to someone else. I admit that, yeah, I hurt someone. And grade two, sometimes, of course, grade three, like sometimes verbal bullying, like they didn't tell you bad words, the sharpest words they can hear. Um, grade first was the worst thing because I was accused of something that I didn't do. But this is the worst thing I've done in my whole grade school life, elementary life. It was okay. I was the one. I was saying yes, I did it, but I didn't do that. But to end the conflict, I just take the pain of someone. I take the pain, but um, it's not mine. Even if it's not mine, it's just like you're taking a position that is not really yours.
Mm-hmm.
Let's face it. You guys have been through the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was grade 6 that it was the embarrassing moment that I was the center of laughter, and I didn't know what I'm gonna do since I wasn't strong enough to speak up that time. And it was a long, long way of history of bullying, and here's this what happens. There are a lot of kinds of bullying I've experienced though. There's in high school that um, there are some professors or some teachers were making fun of my disability, and some teacher said, "Good thing you're not acting like a special child." And it was like, huh? It was okay for me at first because I don't understand until when I read this one. So being special child is not okay to the child teachers, but do they know the word special child in the first place? Maybe they have to think first before they do something.
That I have to agree with, and also that right there, well, an insult right there, like
Mm-hmm.
that was wrong for them to say that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was worse for me too. Like
Mm-hmm.
back in elementary school, first day of elementary school, kindergarten, they had a playground for special need kids. It was dirty, and first thing I picked up was a beer bottle that was left over on the playground, and that same exploded in my hand.
Yikes.
First day of first day of school ever, and it was rough for me. And then right around when I went to the second elementary school, the teacher started bullying me a little bit. Like every time I get in trouble or like not understanding something or like have an attachment or something, the teacher and the students used to destroy it against me. Like they used to vandalize it and throw stuff that I like away. Even artwork I did. And before that, for elementary school, students used to set stuff up and used to get me in trouble on purpose. And they don't allow it in schools now, but back then they did. And it was against autistic people. When we have like when we're overwhelmed, they strapped it down to a chair, and it was not right. Like we got treated horribly. Something I started changing until nearly when I was nearly in high school, but it was rough for us. Like literally, like my childhood was horrible. I nearly got murdered by my stepmom and real dad, but it was hard, like crazy. Oh, we got a like, you know. But it was hard for us. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I was once a rebellious student because of the effect of bullying. I ended up vandalizing also the bathroom. I even did it. I admit it. And um, of course, if you got this, you're being victim of bullying, you're gonna be ended up being a predator because this kind of a build-up situation, like something like here's like this, guys. Okay, I hope you don't. I know it's gonna confuse y'all, but here's the thing. You're being bullied, and then you're being the predator because you're gonna put the hurt instead of you're gonna tell it to your teacher, the guidance counselor, because they don't understand autism in the first place, right? They have no education and knowledge about disabilities, intellectual disability to be specific. So you ended up putting a blame on someone else's face, in which you don't intend, but it would be unintentional. That you agree with that, guys. I know you could relate to this. Um, in grade six, literally going back to my grade six, my sixth grader. I was a grade sixth grader. I'm sorry, I have a painful oral issues. It's because of the tooth that's breaking a while ago. That's a side note. Ah,
Oh,
it's gonna be painful.
okay, baby.
So I may be speaking with an accent that I don't usually have. So bear with me. But this is also my way to clarify my words. That's an interruption, guys. So that's a side note. That's a commercial break there. So going back to my experience, I'm gonna give you more experience with my bullying. I was once a center of laughter, and I ended up crying, even in close to the guidance office there, to my right side rather, because the guidance office is on the right to my left side at that time, and the comfort room is on the right side, so on the left side rather. So here's what happened. I even tell this ahead to the guidance counselor. Um, and if I could still remember, she said that if you're the center of laughter, you don't, there's a lesson, one of a small lesson I've learned. I have to ignore it. And I am a person who has who's easily emotional and sensitive. Even my family, they sometimes, I'm sorry to say, I'm a family oriented person. I love families. I value family. Sometimes our family members would misunderstand about, let's say, autism, for example. Like what he said last time. Um, Sometimes our family members will take advantage of our weakness. Of course. Why? I mean, what they will do? They will verbally and physically abuse you because they know that you cannot fight back. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I was mentally abused and feeling that I have this feeling that they do a gaslight on me. Gaslighting is like they will psychologically trick you into something that you ended up having double thoughts. Oh, this might be like this and this and that. Um, I hope I was wrong. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Do comment about what is gaslighting, and it will be appreciated, guys. Come on. Um, I'm having this feeling that I got the gaslighting situation, and it sucks. I've realized that when I research things such as gaslighting, catfishing, guilt tripping, those bullying experiences are pop into my mind. Yeah, I know past this past, but I have a bigger stupid past that I have in my life. And another thing that happened to me, being bullied mentally at my own community in my home country. I'm sorry to bring this up, but I wasn't gonna bring this up about this. They would even enslave you if you don't do something about it. Don't do something what they want you to do. They will not give you a chance. That's the time I built my strengths up to speak up.
That is true.
Yeah, and that happened in college. That it built up my strength to speak up about bullying, especially in schools. That it has to be implemented to have a strict discipline to end bullying, and of course, it's a joint ending discrimination against people with autism too, and other people with disabilities. Um, I know that what I've learned in this cycle of bullying is you cannot please anyone. I know that, but they cannot treat you like crap, guys. Never.
That is true. Like, something else, when I was in elementary school, most of the bullying for me happened in elementary school and my first year of middle school. Like, This was my last year of elementary school. I was 10 at the time. Some kids thought it was funny to bring one of them buzz things that pranksters use to shock people. Shocked the crap out of me and it caused me to pee myself. And I'm on the computer, like not laptop, but one of them old fashioned computers, watching videos, and
Sorry.
I was sitting down and he came up right behind me right here and shocked me and made me pee myself. I was embarrassed. And then in my first year of middle school, some kids thought it was funny to put me in a dish full of water, unknown that it had chemicals in it from a nearby construction site, and them chemicals came from powdered cement. Like because the day before it rained and they got done pouring concrete down on the road, they were left over powder that got washed out by the rain, and when I fell in it, it got in my skin and it worse on my hand because when I use hand sanitizer or wash my hands a lot, my skin break out and sometimes it gets so bad it can bleed. Like if you guys seen from any of my older live streams, you would know.
Actually, that's my first time to speak. I'm sorry, my first time to speak about bullying. But the reason why I wasn't able to, if you guys ask me why am I bringing this up to the live stream, I wasn't able to bring up this to my vlog, Autism and Me, because it needed time for me to build up my strengths. It will take me time. I don't want to bark up things without thinking it. But I guess I deserve to do this the right time. Going back, another type of bullying I've experienced, backstabbing. It may sound strange, but they don't know your name. They will not mention your name, but you are. But this is me, and this is the other person, and talk to me behind my back, even if they're not mentioning my name. I could feel it. You're targeting, like this is an example. I was targeted without mentioning my name. They laugh at it, making fun about it, and I know that it was me they're pertaining to. And it was way back first year. We have this bunch of popular girls, and there are a bunch of popular girls in high school, and I was not a popular girl at all. I was just a commoner. I was just a peasant material, a quiet girl, shy girl, and my classmate at the time was my twin brother. Sorry to bring this up, but how would I put up to this? My brother's a control freak at that time. I could respect that. Overprotective or control is different from being a control freak, but there are some things that they accuse me of something that I don't do. That ended me up. And that's another thing that they falsely accused me of something that I didn't do. But I sometimes cried out and crying out. But going back to my experience with my own community, if I don't do things like this, that's another example of controlling. That should be considered a sign of bullying. If you're being controlled, if you don't have the right to speak up, you don't have the right to do what you want, the creative control that you want to have, man, that's a sign of toxic relationship that could lead to bullying. To you have a relational thing going on, community and yourself. I was able to speak up at that time, so they know me as a singer material or kind of performing material. I mean, I want to branch in something else, just like this advocacy and this that I'm doing right now. Um, what they did is they did made me do things out of my will, and it's not just me. And I feel hurt for other people, other performer talents with autism that they want to perform, but I feel bad for them too. I am not showing off my emotions towards that, but deep down inside, I feel the pain for them too. They have a spotlight, but I was used to be in an all girl group, but my voice wasn't that good at that time. So I was also a high school student. I was focusing on my school, and that 2 years of pain, 2 years of painful thing, 2 years of traumatic, and even no one would defend for me at that time. No one would defend but myself. I defended myself and myself and myself. That made me think that I would one day become a special education teacher and a diplomat due to my experience with this bullying that happened to me when I was a kid, my childhood experience. In my family, I was isolated. I was always alone. I get used to that. It's not being sad to be alone. It's great to be alone, rather than the bad company. But with the bullying thing, I don't have the right. I don't deserve to. I don't have the right to be bullied, though. Sorry, my toothache's really painful. But let's face it, you don't have the right to be bullied, though.
That right. And a lot of autistic people, we've been bullied, and we've been taken advantage of, like even by people we really trusted, that we talked with our friends. You want to tell them on what happened to your Instagram?
It's not only that happens. I have a group of friends who were doing that to me, the people that I trusted. They would just, let's say, I don't want to expose people. I don't want to break their life either. I don't want to do it because I don't want both to suffer. But to me, let's be generic at this point. Okay? That lesson that I've had, it's not only this year that happened that one of my social media has been broke for no reason. I had a lot of Facebook accounts that I've made twice. I even received a threat that my first Facebook account will be banned. Yes, I made a mistake. I had a lot of people to make friends. That's it. The Instagram thing, I worked hard for that 7 years. Very, very hard to maintain 1,000 followers. Especially myself, I'm just a commoner, But it broke my heart when I got my Instagram broke. And I don't feel that I would entrust my accounts to my siblings because they know that they valued my privacy. Even my fiance won't even ask. And will never do that because he valued privacy. No one asks you.
That's true.
You can use their Netflix account because you are trusted. That's not a social media either. Netflix is not a social media. You can have the right to ask their accounts for you to access movies or TV, whatever you want. But Instagram is a social media. You don't have the right to ask their passwords. This is my advice to y'all. Please, even you are in a relationship, you're married, do not give your social media to your partner. You have the privacy. He or she had the privacy, guys. Please. You have your own privacy. And you don't have the right to be asked your social media for I know you want a joint, whatsoever, but please do not. Otherwise, if you guys broke up or have a conflict, that will be used against you.
And sometimes they can take your account, change the password, and then delete it.
Mm-hmm.
That would happen to you.
But
Now,
whoever,
I had it happen to me, but I got lucky and I was able to get my account back. It happened about back in 2018. Got tricked by someone that I talked with my friend.
Mhm.
They got my password and changed it, and I was able to get it back. But that got me concerned, and I'm careful on giving my password out to people.
you know, if you guys, sorry about to interrupt you, that I didn't we didn't only experience bullying in physical. We experienced cyberbullying too.
Hmm. Like we all went through some traps.
Uh-huh. All right. But kids. If you guys are BFFs, don't ever give your accounts to them.
Hmm.
You value your own social media. You are building your own brand. You're building your own brand, guys. You're
Hmm.
not giving it to someone else for fun. I
Hmm.
know that not only me who had experienced that, there's some people out there does the same too.
Now I remember when Joshua got your account.
Oh, you're sleeping the tongue, guys.
I'm sorry,
We have a lot of people like that too.
I know, but just something that happened about a couple months ago that we can't go fully into it.
Mm-hmm.
But we will say that what happened is that.
Uh-oh. So someone commented though.
But yeah, what happened is your friend Joshua had a falling
You're
out.
sleeping on the tongue and I don't want to be exposed.
I know, but
You gotta get.
and he had a falling out with you, and he deleted your Instagram.
I don't want to remember that anymore.
I know. I'm still aggravated that he did that to you. Like he was your
No,
best.
no name dropping.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
he was your. I'm not going to say your name. He was your
You
best
said
friend.
it already.
Oh, is that right? My bad.
Twice already, but I hope those people out there I bring up, you know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Well, I can look up it right here from my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, but
Someone saw it.
trailer. Ah.
But yeah. But the thing is that we all go through it, and some people we think are our friends can be really not. Like literally. And some of them can be using maybe for fame, try to get money and all that. It even work when you're autistic. If you're autistic survivor, people that you think can be your friends can just simply use it against you and try to make money from you and try to, ruin a reputation and make everything hard. But yeah.
And that happened and Instagram broke. I'm bringing up Instagram again instead of a typical subtopic. I know this is a subtopic, cyberbullying. I didn't only experience that cyberbullying through deleting Instagram by someone else, and also I got annoying comment that says I have an annoying voice during my time at 1360. 1360 in 2017 that they said I got an annoying voice, and okay, I don't care, but I got shocked.
Yeah, and I remember that, and I'm like aggravated at dude. Now I'm going to make a rude comment about him trying to chain up to you because you are my fiance, and I would not about let anybody make fun of my fiance.
And I also did that to him. That someone bullied at him, I would have to stand up for him. I really want to defend. He didn't do anything wrong. Just doing his thing. Nothing bad. I see that's nothing bad. Unless something's bad, I have to tell him or her. I'm standing for what is right. Also, I'm standing for my friends.
And
But yeah, I failed sometimes to protect because I don't know.
I have
I
to protect friends too.
Yeah, we all fail to protect you, okay? But that doesn't mean you're bad. I apologize to people whom I failed to protect because look, you cannot protect and protect without a lot of analysis here,
Mm-hmm.
okay? I listen to both sides and um
Well, I got it right here. Mm.
oh, I don't know that. I don't know what they say. Uh-huh. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I'm gonna continue that, but um this was really where did I get off? I have to pick up where we left off, by the way. Um
About how we sometimes fail protect.
People, I'm sorry. Thank you for
Mhm.
that. If we fail to protect y'all, that means you don't have enough concrete evidences. We cannot just protect and protect without any reasons. I mean, look, we are good listeners here, okay? All we just want to see concrete evidences. Otherwise, it's a fabricated or a hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's already gone. I respect it, but I don't want to say anything about those people who bullied at me. One of my friend commented on that. Um, that I don't, I don't have the right. I don't need to approach them. Those who bullied at me. I mean, they they don't have the right to approach me because to approach them because I might give them the right to abuse me again. And I encountered some people that I've went with my grade school classmates in my school's vicinity in Manila that well we greeted and I say hi. I'm just like hi, yeah, your girlfriend, like okay, goodbye. I didn't show my enthusiasm there. I didn't show any of enthusiasm there in that person. And another person was, I don't want to bring up a name, very mean to me. I also treated this person with respect. I was diplomatic at that time. And I got shocked that this person changed a lot. That friendly with me, and another person who has been mentally bullying me, verbally bullying me, like, oh yeah, I gotta give a humble face. A humble face. To be humble for them, if they're bad, I don't mind. I mean, but I want to move on. You know, but I realized, in college also, I have to sleep on the tongue again. I see in college that they don't understand me for being autistic, and they have this hurtful thing, and they would make fun of me. They would even blackmail me for this.
Mm-hmm.
But in college, I thought it was a happy ride, but it's an achievement for me. I've been through hell in college though, and that started my self advocacy position, my career as a self advocate for autism. At that time, I got sites to build up this kind of branching out to become an advocate for autism awareness, for singing, vlogging, sometimes article making. And I've realized that it went well, but not that enough. I need to learn a lot about autism. That's one of the main reasons why I aspire myself to be a special education teacher. I want to know more about autism and other disabilities because I realized that I am smart enough and talented to make a difference and improve the community that I've thought that I didn't only thought that I've seen, but the whole community is in need. I mean, the whole community's goal, either rather, I'm sorry, the community's goal to improve the community. And I sometimes fail to be a role model. We're not perfect either, but we are learning to, while reflecting on what happened during our times that being bullied and being misunderstood, and being mistreated.
Hmm.
And another thing, it made me proud that my voice was heard for singing at first, and second for motivational speaking. And that won other people's hearts, not because of me, but because of my story and my experience.
Hmm. And now there is a lot of people and organizations out there that try to make people like it look bad and try to make it look like burdens. One of them is Autism Speaks. We don't support the group because of all the stuff that they done. You guys know I talk about it on this series all the time. Like talk about how they tried to sue a 14-year-old girl that happened back in 2008, but they backed off when they found out she was 14. Which, for people who don't know, trying to sue someone under the age of 18 is illegal here in the United States. So yeah, but back then people did not use internet and stuff that like that much as they do now. And if that happened in this day and age, all that would have been all over the news and it would brought them down like nothing. But it happened over a decade ago. But people like we deal with bullying on a daily basis because of how people think about autistic and how they treat us and how they think they're superior and all that and think that we're a disease when we're not.
Uh, that gave me that college years that I've been through gave me a lot of power to speak up what's right and what's best for all.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to be educated about autism and how to stop bullying in schools. Because I don't want other kids in autism spectrum to experience the same thing that we've gone through.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, it was a painful thing to do it, but it will take courage to do it. And in the choir, majority of them are very supportive, while others are, oh, they need to know more about autism.
Mm-hmm.
They need to know more about that. And it was a big encouragement for me that my conductor in one of the choirs saying that my ministry for autism is very special. And that motivated me to maintain that commitment. And speaking up is therapeutic for me, you know. Um,
Let me. I'm going to.
all right. That gave me a lot of
Mm-hmm.
a wake up call, not only to learn, but to give it, you know, educating them for motivational speaking and video blogs that we do right now, to get along with them and encourage those people who want to learn more about our world is listening to our story and learning what autism is about.
Mm-hmm.
And that will avoid misunderstanding and possibly bullying. Bullying is the most painful form of pain. Painful form.
And sometimes there are organizations out there that try to support that against people like minorities and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like support that in a ways like it wrong.
For the autism orgs out there, I'm not good at not exposing necessarily. I'm not good at giving an open letter, but I would encourage y'all to represent your organization very, very well, especially for people with autism. There are a lot of that around the world. Learn from that, dude. I mean, come on. You are good at promoting your own organization, but you have to listen to your supporters
Mhm.
and take time to have your strategy plan to how will this bullying will end.
Mhm.
Bullying would affect their mental health too. Mm-hmm.
And there are sometimes there are organizations that may look like they help the group, but they really are not. But they're actually a hate group, and they use it as a cover up for actual dangerous deeds and do harmful stuff. Like what I mentioned about Autism Speaks, like they're actually a hate group and they make themselves look like a support group when they're really not.
And for those people with autism who are experiencing bullying, just like the rest of us here, and falsely accused of something that you don't do, that in your heart you don't do, you have to exercise your right to speak up. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And ignore haters out there. Just like Miranda sings, does saying this, haters back off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, a part of us saying we have to be straightforward, and a part of us says we don't want to destroy predators with this. This is not a mean. We're not being mean here. We're just saying what's right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least we're saying our 2 cents on this, but don't take it against us.
And one thing is that the people they get mad when people they're after don't take the attention. They try to go physical next.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you just have to stand up straight up to them and yell it right to their face. Isn't that right, baby?
That's the second. So we have tackled about bullying all this part. I mean, the entire live stream, but there's a second part that we wish to share. What do you want to address besides bullying?
About how sometimes we want our future to work like our. It's very hard to say.
Um, what do you specifically? my to be painful though, but oh yeah, guys. Oh, I know it's uncut, guys. I was a live stream.
I know,
You don't sit like that when you're live stream.
but what I'm thinking about, like for our future, like when we buy our tiny house,
Mm-hmm.
like oops, sorry about that, baby. Like how we would think about working for our room, like making it set up for we could do our video editing, video blogs and stuff. May have our video blogs up on bottom, and I have our bedroom on top because it is going to be a 2-story tiny house. But yeah, like, and we've been working on our future.
And our individual aspirations in life too. Um, I am a college student. I stopped. To those who do not know me, I put my college studies on hold just to be here. First, it was painful for me because I'm in my last term for a certificate program going on a bachelor's degree in another course, which is, like I said, the special education. That and I would double up with a doubling. I'm gonna be a double major at that point. At one point, I mean not one point. I hope and hopefully will be in a double degree for special education and international relations, which is a diplomacy, um, a course that is for diplomatic people and who really want to become a United Nations delegate.
Mm-hmm.
He knows this all. I've said to him a lot of times that I made a promise to him and his family to that I will go to college and
Mm-hmm.
continue my studies.
And we are going to support you through your college and study because you got a bright future. And I've been working on doing journalism classes for journalism. Like, we do have a bad apple in our group. Her name, or I'm not going to take name, but we
Yeah.
have a bad apple in our group who kind of influenced the group and trying to tear it apart because she did not like my fiance and it a little racist. Like, a friend of me and my fiance, and a friend of her, he not part of the group anymore because she bullied him out and she was racist because he was black, and also she Russian American. Not trying to be there, but she was jealous that there were people better than her, and she bullied them and always talk about her dog all the time. Like, literally talk about her dog all the time, and also so bring Jeff up and get jealous. But yeah.
All right. This misunderstanding going on. Why am I delivering that? It was. It's gonna be too personal to say, but this is a family meeting that's going on with me and my mom. I love my mom. I love my dad. I love you all. I love you guys. But what was I saying?
Oh, she was in about that comment was talking about if I would do anything. Like, the journalism class and stuff are for me to do journalism, which is a big field in its own, where we get stuff out and you do make a lot of money with journalism.
If you do it the right thing, actually.
Mm-hmm. And you get pretty good.
Yeah, going back to my that sacrificing my college on hold in the Philippines, which I was there before I got here, and I was raised there in the Philippines. Um, I had this brighter plan because I'm on a church scholarship, which is I'm currently at this time because I was a choir member there, serving for the choir for 4 years, going 5 years this year. But I took my leave with my choirs for this, and I really, really valued education a lot
Mm-hmm.
than my career in singing because I believe that if your fame will fade, your start is fading all the way. You have a backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
Your
All
fame
right.
will have a shelf life, but your education will not have a shelf life. That is yours, and you cannot have a doubt, and you won't be worried because that college degree that you have will be taken away, won't be taken away, and will never be taken
Mm-hmm.
away. All right, and you're saying something.
Mm-hmm. Like, always have backup plan. Like, it's something that me and my fiance learned, and it's something that we work hard with. But yeah, and
Yeah, go ahead.
it's something that I know for a fact because of how my school went. I graduated when I was 18. So you graduated when you were 17. But yeah, now here one thing that we're hoping for Christmas this year. We are hoping to get snow this year for Christmas. It's something that we are hoping to get because I'm looking forward for when you see snow for first time. You never seen snow,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be your first time if we do get a light Christmas this year, or maybe a light New Year's. You know,
Uh huh.
and
I
that's something that we look forward to.
I know that you've spoken that a lot of times to me when we got there for a date, and I have this metaphorical thinking on that Christmas snow. I'm hoping. I have a little slip on the tongue. I can't speak anymore because of the teeth that's broken the side. So, the metaphorical thinking I've been thinking about that Christmas thing, and hopefully I could go back to school, not physical actually, distance learning. I hope I could go back to college through distance learning to build up my productivity and, of course, to prepare for my further study on an undergraduate bachelor's degree. And that's what I promised to my aunt from my father's side and to my family also. And my family strongly supports my education, and they know also that I'm on a scholarship, in which my way to support my family too. Because most of my siblings, my three siblings, just graduated in bachelor's program in college, and I was the last one to be on the bachelor's degree. And hopefully that I would be in college and I'll be going back to college, in which he knew that. And I made the promise for his family, especially his mom, that I would value my education by going back to college. And I'm looking forward for your support, guys. Mm-hmm.
Comment.
And I would encourage him also to go to college since he has the potential. He's a very smart person.
And I've been working at a free college program through MESC with the part of Autism with journalism, and we also will be able to get a job and make money that way. So we'll be able to have our life set right there.
And that will pass on to the generations, and that is our purpose as a couple, that we would like to build and raise the bars higher. I am a person who loves to raise the bars higher for my family and those who are around me, because that's a way of proving them wrong, that they thought people with autism would not go to college. I have friends in the Philippines who go to college and have a degree. They have a regular job anyway. They have a regular job and they own it. What more for both of us? After one of my mentors told me I have a potential for besides music. I originally don't want to take music degree. Actually, I don't. I will take international relations and diplomatic affairs and special education to build up my intelligence. And I got inspired, that college thing. I got inspired by my favorite South African actors that I've watched in the soap opera called Sylvia Dillon. And wow, most of them are college degree holders, some are masters, doctoral. That will not only build you up to be intelligent, that will give you a stable job when you get older. And I felt worried that hopefully he would take up a bachelor's, that my fiance would take up a bachelor's degree, because he has a strong potential with that intelligence that he has, and with that knowledge that he has, especially on the trains, history, documentary thing that he watched as part of his film therapy. While myself, film therapy in movies like war films, foreign language films, that gave us a lot of encouragement to stand up for ourselves by pursuing our plans to go to college while we're a couple. And of course he has his own path and I have my own path also, and I and him respect our own paths. And my mom saw my potential also as another thing why I want to go to college for distance learnings, because that will motivate me, that will boost my mental health too, that inspired me to become a teacher and give back to the community. And unfortunately, I will not be a Miss World anymore. I am Mrs. World. I will not be in the beauty pageant anymore, and I'm not. Side note.
Belle, they might have canceled it this year.
No, I mean, it's just drama. It's just expression.
I know, but the beauty pageant one that you've been to did last year, they canceled it because of
pandemic.
And because of the coof. For people who don't know, I called COVID-19 the coop. It it technically sounds better, and also though YouTube don't have a problem with the coop or with the coop word, but they do with our word.
Yeah. And that college, my motivation, my inspiration to take up college degree, going back to college and take up a degree, motivated me after my involvement and participation in Miss Possibilities 2015. Because I have strong grits.
Oop. Thank baby. I was trying to pop my back. Cramp from work today. I did work earlier today.
Mm-hmm. That motivated me to be very serious on my college degree, because during my time as a music student, I didn't take it seriously. But when times my second gap year, I would take it seriously, and I ended up literally having my graduation recital. And if you guys ask me what if what I am studying right now as a college student, I take up certificate program in music performance, major in voice, classical singing, specialization in classical singing, and I'm on my final stage with my one subject, with one subject, and I missed it because, like I say, I put my studies on hold just to be here. And like, it's kind of embarrassment to me because I was fully supported by this scholarship. I really bring this up to my mom and my aunt, and I'm hopeful to go back to college and continue my college studies with compassion, my commitment, and productivity.
Now, that's wonderful. Now, is there anything motivating you want to say?
Mm-hmm.
Now that we're at the end of the live stream.
You never said your part.
Well, I do think my part, like, I do journalism because I want to get my voice out there, and I want people to hear. And I want them to hear our story and stuff that we go through. And I want everybody to be motivated. And that's how I work.
And I'm hoping that he would one day go to college and have a bachelor's degree too, because that I don't know. I don't have a position to ask you. I mean, I'm gonna ask you, what degree do you want? What degree do you want besides the journalism thing?
Like railroad and something I want to do, like
engineering.
Like that, and also operate trains and stuff.
Maybe mechanical engineering will be for you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But we tackled 2 topics. I mean, actually, we're going three topics in a row. Like, we tackled the bullying thing, which is people with autism's common factor that affected their mental health, which is bullying. And number 2 is our aspirations, future aspirations as a couple. And the third is encouragement that we have, for everyone. And for those who stop their studies and put their studies on hold and who failed a lot of subjects, please do not give up. Pursue it. That is your gateway to a great future.
And you'll always have a better future. And keep on being motivated. Look what talent and look where you're good at, or check what you are good at, and always think positive. You always get there in the end. Now, I hope everybody enjoyed the live stream, and I hope everybody having a great weekend. And me and my lovely fiance, Belvaria, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys. I hope everybody have a great night.
Oh my god, that's not